Today, I will reveal an incredibly powerful phrase that discloses a secret about men that no one has told you. Knowing this will make that special man want you in his life forever. Be warned. You might get a little nervous when you first hear it, but I guarantee it will make him grab his phone and text you desperately. It will ensure that every time you part ways, he assures you that you'll see each other again soon. But most importantly, it will make sure you never disappear from his mind and heart, even if he seems cold and distant today. Get ready to add the most powerful tool a woman can have to your arsenal, because this simple phrase will completely melt him. You check your phone, and his last message was days ago. Today, he's not responding. It feels like he's disappeared. Just when you started to feel something for him, it seemed he could also start to feel something. You were beginning to get those butterflies in your stomach, and overnight, boom, he's vanished. Suddenly, everything feels cold and distant, as if something has changed in him. In a moment, I'm going to reveal this mystery and tell you exactly the words you need to say to get him back. But I'll let you know up front that there is a very clear reason why men do this. First and foremost, it's essential to understand something very important. It's not your fault that this happened. You don't have full control over everything that happens in a relationship. However, it's true that you can take measures to prevent it from happening. In this video, I will share all those secrets with you. But even if you do everything possible, you cannot have absolute control over the situation. The initial stages of attraction don't always play in your favor, because when you start liking someone, it becomes harder to show your best self. Thoughts like, "Don't let him get away," start to invade your mind. And it's right there where you can begin to exhibit behaviors that push him away. This is sometimes the harsh reality of attraction that puts obstacles in our way when we are in front of someone we like. Now, I have a second piece of news for you. Being irresistible is something that can be learned. In this video, I will teach you how. I will show you how to overcome those mental traps so that he inevitably comes back to you. I will give you the exact messages you need to send him for this to happen. Just follow my instructions and send them. But the most important thing is that we will learn how to prevent any man from disappearing from your life ever again. Get ready to make that man completely addicted to you. And attention, because if you're a man, this video is also for you, as there are tips that work in both cases. One thing that might have happened to you, and we'll look at several situations shortly, and I assure you, they range from minor to major importance. So don't miss a second of this video. One thing that might have happened is that the man is amazing, but you have turned him into something more than he really is. What do I mean by this? It's simple. Even though this man has several qualities that you like, he makes you laugh, he's attractive, and he awakens feelings in you that you haven't experienced in a long time. You have idealized him. When you like a guy, it's easy to fall for an idealized version of him rather than the real person. The image you have in your mind can distort the reality of the man in front of you. I'm not saying he's not great, but maybe you're seeing him as more than he really is. It's important to see this man as he is now, not as you would like him to be in the future. This can help you have a clearer perspective, and I'll tell you something else. You owe it to him. He also wants you to see him as he is, with his flaws and virtues, because even though it's a bit inevitable to idealize someone when you meet them, it's essential to see their true version. This is crucial, so please remember this phrase. Never invest in a man based solely on how much you like him. Invest based on how much he invests in you. In a moment, I'll delve deeper into this idea, but first let me tell you something that I think will be very helpful to you. Some time ago, something similar happened to me, although not with a man, but with a girl. She stopped responding to my messages, and there was something someone told me that changed everything and helped me a lot. I want to share that with you now. Remember who you were before you met him. Remember that wonderful life you had, how much you enjoyed going out with your friends and having fun. This person might have come into your life months or years ago. It doesn't matter. But please, don't let him take over your life, not even when he's present. It's incredible. Not only is he not in your life, but he also occupies your thoughts. Don't let this happen. And it's not just remembering who you were, but also who you still are, because you are still that incredible woman with a fantastic life. Don't let someone who has come into your life make you lose your essence. I'm telling you this because it happened to me. I stopped being myself when something similar happened to me. And even though these words may seem simple, they can help you wake up and reactivate who you really are. Remember who you are. It's crucial to understand something fundamental. In attraction, it's very important that there is space. That space is essential for the other person to miss you, to maintain the mystery, and constantly wonder if they still like you. When you invest too quickly, you eliminate that space. So, you need to be clear about the following. I will invest if you also invest, but I will not dedicate my time, my words, my messages, just because I like you. It's essential that when you invest in a relationship, you observe if there is reciprocity. If you're not leaving enough space, the other person won't have the opportunity to miss you or wonder if they really like you. That mystery is crucial for them to start feeling attracted to you. Next, I will reveal some mistakes you might be making. Maybe you're always the one suggesting to go out. Maybe you're the one constantly sending messages even if he hasn't responded. Avoid this at all costs. If you're always the one suggesting to meet up and you've done it 2 or 3 times in a row, you're taking up too much space. By doing so, you prevent him from taking the initiative, from investing in the relationship and in you. This can make him never feel attracted to you and eventually get bored. When he has disappeared, he might be waiting for something, even if he doesn't know it consciously. He might be waiting to see who you really are. You may wonder, how will he see who I am if he's disappeared and we hardly talk? Precisely because of that, he wants to see if you're one of those women who nags all the time, or on the contrary, a woman who has control over her emotions and her life. Something that men look for in the long term is a relationship with emotional stability. We avoid relationships with a lot of drama and constant arguments. When he becomes colder or stops responding as frequently, if you're someone who tends to create drama, you'll want to argue or get mad at him. This is the moment when you must never do that. Instead, do the opposite and calm down more than ever. Avoid trying to make him feel sorry for you, making a scene, or acting tough. Instead, project genuine emotional stability. The more you project that you have values that provide stability and security, the more you'll attract his attention. We all have tough moments, but in those crucial moments when he has disappeared, you must stay super calm and relaxed. This projects a solidity and the image of a woman who knows what she wants and doesn't lose her composure when a man stops talking to her, because she has a full and satisfying life on her own. This lack of concern is extremely attractive. Yes, you care about that person, but if he has disappeared, you assume you don't have control over everything, and that's why you stay serene, because you don't need him. When he talks to you again, you'll value it, and that's very attractive. Personally, I love a woman who is not in a hurry for anything. This is not about being easy or difficult, but about being a woman who knows what she wants and doesn't complicate the simple things. A woman with an incredible ability to understand the man in front of her. A woman who appreciates and loves men, understanding the differences in how they view life and focusing on the positive and beautiful aspects of those differences. Applying this to your life is great because you realize that the man in front of you is a teacher for you. He is continuously teaching you things about yourself. This perspective not only applies to men, but to all the people around you. Everyone is a teacher who is teaching you something about yourself. Today, I want to share with you an incredibly powerful phrase that reveals a secret about men that no one has told you. Knowing this will make that special man want you in his life forever. I warn you that the first time you hear it, you might get a little nervous, but I guarantee it will make him grab his phone and text you desperately. It will ensure that every time you part ways, he assures you that you'll see each other again soon. And most importantly, it will make sure you never disappear from his mind and heart, even if he seems cold and distant today. Get ready to add the most powerful tool to your arsenal, because this simple phrase will completely melt him. The phrase is, make him feel free and he will never want to leave. I repeat, make him feel free and he will never want to leave. When a man feels truly free, he will come to you. But when he feels trapped, he will desperately seek an escape. A man needs to feel freedom to be comfortable in a relationship. It's not about forcing him to be with you, but making him want to be with you of his own free will. How can you achieve this? I will tell you 3 things. First, he needs to see a woman who, even though she is getting to know him, continues to build an extraordinary life. Second, he needs to see that, although you are getting to know each other, you maintain your friendships and social circle. And third, there is this powerful duality. Show that, although you enjoy getting to know him and spend great time with him, you are not desperate for a relationship. You love being with him, but you don't need him. Do you understand why this duality is so powerful? Because you show interest, but at the same time you project incredible stability in your life and confidence that if you're not together, your life is still fantastic. This is not only important for you, but also for him. This dynamic should be based on 2 people who have amazing lives separately and do not take over each other's lives or merge. If they merge, both lose their individuality. This is about 2 individuals sharing moments and experiences together, creating something wonderful, but each maintaining their own extraordinary life. Do you know what the most important power you can have in a negotiation is? Not needing what you're negotiating for. You don't need that relationship because you already have an incredible life. This is fundamental because when you don't need something, you have no attachment to losing it. Be the woman he wants to conquer, not the one he can mold. To finish big, I'm going to reveal 5 practical tips you can apply today so that he never drifts away from you. One of them is a text message you can send him. The first is to dedicate time to improving your skills and working on what you are passionate about. Working in that profession you love is something extremely attractive in a woman. Seeing that you have your passions, goals, and dreams is irresistible. The second tip is, just because you had a good time with him, don't rush too quickly and assume you're already an official couple. Understand that during that period, you can be seeing other people. You might not want to do it, but don't say you're not doing it either. Keep that intrigue, because that mystery is interesting and attractive. If he asks if you're seeing someone else, don't respond directly. Turn the question back to him and say, "Why do you ask?" This response can lead the conversation to a much more interesting place than you expected. The third tip is not to reveal too many things about your life too quickly. Don't tell him everything you do when you're not with him. Maintain that mystery, that intrigue, so that he doesn't know everything about you right away. Don't play all your cards at the beginning. Keep some things to yourself, because this creates a very powerful mystery and a perfect space to generate attraction. The fourth tip, and this one I love, is to encourage him to do things apart from being with you. If he says he's going to spend a weekend with his friends or has a family dinner, encourage him to go. This is very powerful because instead of trying to make him spend all his time with you, you're giving him freedom and space. Generally, our natural reaction might be to tell him to stay with you, but do the opposite. Encourage him to go to those activities. This is very powerful because among men, we tell each other when a woman gives us that freedom and space, and we love it. This creates a paradox because while he's at those activities, he'll be thinking a lot about you. Let him know you're happy if he has a good time. And I guarantee you that during that time with his friends or at that family dinner, he'll be thinking about you. The fifth and final tip is to create sexual tension from time to time. Even if you haven't slept together yet, this is key because physical attraction is fundamental in any relationship. That moment of intense eye contact can be incredibly powerful. Men often fantasize about a woman who, with just a look from across the room, awakens something in us. And how do you increase that physical desire for you? Pay close attention because I'm going to reveal 5 brief but powerful strategies. First, tell him things you find attractive in guys. Make sure he knows what you like. Second, if you're in a place with music and there's a dance floor, invite him to dance. If there's no dance floor, find the opportunity to get close to him and let your bodies come into contact. This shows initiative, something I personally find very attractive. Moreover, these actions create an atmosphere of intimacy and desire that is hard to ignore. Take advantage of those moments to show your physical interest subtly but effectively. This sexual tension, well handled, can do wonders for the connection between both of you. The third strategy is to find excuses to touch him, for your hand to touch his shoulder or hand at any moment. This creates a very powerful physical connection. The fourth is to hug him. A hug is great because it doesn't imply the commitment of a kiss, but creates a strong connection between both of you. Add a bonus and extend the hug 1 second longer than you normally would. The fifth strategy is to send him an unexpected text message. For example, if you've bought a new piece of clothing, send him a photo of you and ask, "Do you like it? I just bought it." Or if you're about to upload a photo to Instagram and don't know which one to choose, ask for his opinion on which one he likes best. This gives you an excuse to send him a photo of you, and as you know, men love receiving photos. In the photo, don't be the total focus of attention. Let what you're talking about be seen, but make sure you appear a little on the side. This is interesting for 2 reasons. First, it initiates a conversation with him. And second, it creates space for him to respond with another photo or comment, which can lead to a deeper interaction. Moreover, if the relationship is very formal and you find it difficult to compliment each other, this method leaves the perfect space for him to say something about the photo and give you a small compliment. But above all, you do something key. You allow the game of attraction to start again. That's all for today's video. I hope this information is helpful and can improve the quality of your relationships through knowledge and serenity. From the monastic Stoic, thank you very much for joining me. And before you go, here's something extraordinary I want to share with you. NASA scientists have developed a revolutionary 7-minute audio called GeniusWave that helps unlock your brain's full potential. Imagine attracting success and happiness effortlessly. To discover how you can transform your life too, click the link in the description below. Don't miss out on this opportunity.